The Pharisees came and began to argue with him, seeking from him a sign from heaven to test him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit and said, "Why does this generation seek a sign? Truly I say to you, no sign will be given to this generation." It is Friday, the 8th day of July, 2022. Clive Walsh here, and it's time for the reading of our devotional thought for today. And it's being read from the book, Truth for Life by Pastor Alistair Begg. Today's devotional thought is entitled, Come Humbly and Seek Honestly. And the verses, Mark chapter 8, verses 11 and 12, which reads, The Pharisees came and began to argue with him, seeking from him a sign from heaven to test him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit and said, "Why does this generation seek a sign? Truly I say to you, no sign will be given to this generation." That's Mark chapter 8, verses 11 and 12. Alistair Begg writes, School teachers and college professors often experience two types of questionnaires: those who ask humbly with genuine interest, and those who aim to challenge in an argumentative manner. The former clearly seek to understand, the latter in advancing an agenda, reinforcing their opinions, or simply looking smart. Unlike the crowds of the people who witnessed and marveled over Christ's miracles, the Pharisees often challenged Jesus' teaching and public ministry in order to test him and to undermine him. They weren't there to see the wonderful works and consider whether he was actually the person he claimed to be. They were there to trip him up and to trap him. Jesus responded to the crowds that followed him with compassion. He had divine kindness for those who came to him in humility of heart, recognizing their need. He turned away no one who came genuinely seeking truth, but he met the antagonistic religious leaders with righteous frustration, divine impatience for those who came seeking to prove their own positions and to challenge his claims. There are two ways to ask a question, humbly or arrogantly, and the teacher always knows the difference. Some people who say they are religious still get nothing out of the Bible's teaching. They listen to sermons Sundays after Sundays, looking for reasons not to rest wholly on Christ's completed work. They ask questions aimed at holding the Lord's at arm's length, then wonder why they never have satisfactory answers. That is not the way of the child of God. With meekness and curiosity, we should seek to learn from our teacher and, when our hearts are troubled, come to him humbly, asking for help, to be open to the answer and without demanding that Jesus follows our agenda or expectations. If you have a brain question, the Bible is able to satisfy your intellect. If you have a big head, you'll find pride distorts your ability to see the clarity and the truth of God's Word. Christ is more than willing to cater to intellectual integrity, but he is entirely unwilling to pander to arrogance. We all have questions for Jesus about this world, about our life, and about the way we should go. Jesus will never turn those who come to him, and he welcomed his brothers and sisters' requests. But in addition to considering your questions, consider your heart. Ask your question, but first think through how you are asking. Are you motivated by faith, seeking to understand, or by pride, seeking to be right? Our devotional thought for today, Come Humbly, Come Honestly. Written in the book, Truth for Life by Pastor Alistair Begg. And for those of you reading through the Word, Deuteronomy chapter 32, 33, and 34, as well as Acts chapter 7, verses 44 through 60. And may God richly bless you. My name is Clive Walsh.